Passing periods. Students at DGS are given 5 minutes to walk from class to class. Not long enough. First off, students in hallways walk way too slow. Students walk through the halls like it's a Sunday stroll through the park. Many students at DGS are distracted while walking in the hallways. They walk through the hallways on their phones and stop to talk to their friends. When walking through the hallway, you are to walk on the right side of the hall and travel at a decent pace and flow with the rest of the crowd.
I think they're good at 5 minutes. I think it was longer, people just sit there and talk. If people already walk slow, so like they're going even more slow. I got stepped on yesterday because they walk slow. It's crazy.
To continue, having a 5-minute passing period is not sufficient because students don't have enough time to go to the bathroom or their locker.
I actually haven't used my locker since my freshman year, first day. So I never really go to my locker. I've got the permanent freshman backpack going on.
There are a couple classes that many students are late to because of 5-minute passing periods, having gym, and then having to go to classes on the 3rd floor. This is especially a problem when gym students have the swim unit. During swim, they give you 10 minutes before so you can change and shower to cool off. Then you're expected to be in the water for about 30 minutes. After, you have to shower again, and time is running. A quick shower is about 4 minutes, then you have to put on your jeans, leggings, or sweatpants, which are the easiest. Then, if you're a girl and you got your hair wet, you know that's a good 3 minutes. Then you have to put on your shoes, lace them up, and by that time you're all ready. Time to walk up 3 flights of stairs. Then you're walking into class just as the bell rings. At the beginning of the 2017-2018 school year, DGS put 5 new swipe stations to keep track of student tardies. Card Taylor, associate principal, supports the initiative. Taylor said, "Swipe's a tool that counts the number of tardies a student has accumulated per period. So each time a student goes and scans their ID at a swipe station, it'll record that as a tardy for the period."
It, ranges differently, but we get anywhere from like 3 to 5, maybe more. Depends on the busier the period. Certain lunches. First period, we normally get like by the field house, and I'll get about anywhere from 10 to 20. In the beginning, it worked pretty well. I think, when they found out that there was consequences and it was given right away, that they were starting to come rules, earlier. Try not to be late.
Putting in swipe stations encourages DGS students to get to class on time and not be late.
No, I say I get to on time to pretty much all of my classes.
I'm never late to a class. I've never been late to a class.
Usually I don't use up the whole 5 minutes. If I have to run to the bathroom or get a drink or something, then it might take the full 5 minutes. But to get to each class, it probably takes me about 2 or 3 minutes.
What do you usually do during your passing period?
Here's a look at what a DGS teacher does during her passing period.
During passing periods, if I was in a classroom with a class previously, I am typically still talking to students kind of coming out of the end of the period. If I have 2 classes in the same room during the passing period and I don't have students that I'm talking to, I will stand out in the hall and just kind of supervise as the crowd is going by. And if I have a place I need to get to from one class to another or from a class to a meeting, then I am trying to, rush my way through the halls like everybody else is.
Here's a look at how long students think it takes them to get from class to class.
It varies. Like if the classes are further away from each other, it takes me a different amount of time. Usually like 3-4 minutes.
Usually I don't use up the whole 5 minutes. If I have to run to the bathroom or get a drink or something, then it might take the full 5 minutes. But to get to each class, it probably takes me about 2 or 3 minutes.
I sometimes can barely get into class on time coming from, meetings or wherever else it might be.
Giving students a couple extra minutes during the passing period gives them the option to stay after class to ask questions and not have to worry about running to their next class. In addition to helping students, it will also benefit teachers because they can use this time for themselves, whether it's using the restroom, picking up copies, or just taking a breather. Also, teachers can use this time to talk to students and set up a time that they can talk about the student and how they can reach his or her academic goal for the class. Some may say that if students were given more time to get from class to class, they would use it to talk to friends instead of prioritizing getting to class. Increasing the number of minutes during the passing period might even reduce the number of swipes.
I'm always late to gym, but like I don't even, the locker room's right there. I just walk in.
Passing periods should be any longer.
No, I don't think it should be longer. I think it's fine where it is.
Okay, how long do you think a passing period should be?
I think the 5 minutes gives plenty of time for people to get to their classes on time.
But students would use that time to go to the bathroom, which would consequently not disrupt class. If students were given more time, they would be able to stop by their locker so they wouldn't have to carry.
I think for most students, they are able to get from point A to point B in that amount of time. Sometimes that means that they can't go to their locker ever and they have their entire day's worth of belongings in their backpack. But with that being said, I think that they can make it from any place in the building. So I would say they are long enough, but just barely, and I'm sure that students could probably use an extra minute or two in there if it was possible.
If we were given longer passing periods, teachers would have a reason to be upset with their students for being late, but as of now, they don't have much of a reason because some students have class on the other side of the school, and it's not enough time. Yeah.
I don't know that I can think of a really funny excuse. I think that there was something, I don't remember all the details around it anymore, but I think at one point in time, a class full of students got locked into where they were, and they were all late going where they needed to get to the next period because it took a while to get unjammed from their current room. But I don't remember exactly what room that was. It was years and years and years ago.
Students are non-stop all day except for lunch, but lunch is only 25 minutes long. It isn't long enough. So if passing periods were longer, we would have a chance to take a breather. Some may say that the more time you have, the more time you waste, but it would help students relieve some stress, giving them more time during passing periods. Students would also be able to relax and talk to friends or listen to music.
Eat?
Do you ever go to the bathroom or your locker?
No. I wait till I get in class to go to the bathroom so I can miss class.
Students will also be able to learn more because teachers will be able to keep students after class to finish up their lesson.
Talk to my girl. Talk. That's all I do. Talk. Eat?
Do you ever go to the bathroom or your locker?
No. I wait till I get in class to go to the bathroom so I can miss class.
Maybe add a couple minutes to it. I mean, 5 minutes are okay, but I think maybe like close to like 7 or 8 minutes.
If we had longer passing periods, it would prevent students from running in the halls. Having students running in the halls is a disruption to others who are walking peacefully trying to get to class. Students who choose to use their locker would not forget their classroom materials. Also, if we had longer passing periods, it would give students an option to use their locker.
Do you think passing periods are good enough or should they be longer?
They're fine. Sometimes like the hallways are just really crowded, so it's like pretty long, but that's kind of a good thing because it's still like a short break. It's not like too long or too short.
In conclusion, passing periods need to be longer. It would benefit both students and teachers.
You're recording without my permission? Seriously?
It's not your face, you're good. Alright, I think that's good.
Alright, so just wait like 3 seconds in between so we can cut stuff out. And then you're good. And then
really funny.
What am I doing?
Huh?
What am I doing?
You're just talking about passing period.
What exactly?
She's gonna ask you a question. Are there any classes where you're practically late to every day?
I'm always late to gym, but like the locker room's right there. I just walk in.
How long do you think passing periods should be?
Some may say that if students were given more time to get from class to class, they would use it to talk to friends instead of prioritizing getting to class. But students would use that time to go to the bathroom, which would consequently not disrupt class. Students would be able to stop by their locker so they don't have to carry around books all day. In In conclusion, passing periods need to be longer. It would benefit both students and teachers.